I think Tara and I might have saw the best/worst drummer together. I think that's a story that we experienced together. And it was actually, I must admit that even though it was the worst, it was the best fucking thing I might have ever seen happen on a rock and roll stage ever. It was great.
Okay, give me a hint without telling me what it was, so I remember.
We saw him in a warehouse in an industrial park.
Yes, I totally agree. It would be 100% best/worst. Yes,
dude. He was a young kid, and he wasn't really any good on the drums, but it was like a punk band, 3-piece punk band. And this kid was beating the ever-loving shit out of these drums. Not like in a cool Dave Grohl kind of a way. Kind of in like a 14-year-old throwing a temper tantrum in the cereal aisle. Like absolutely out of control. He was not even on the beat. No. He was just beating and hitting.
I don't know what was going on there.
And so then he starts losing his shit towards the end of a song we were watching. This was in like this random, almost abandoned, like warehouse looking building over on like the northeast part of town.
It was on Blaine.
It was on Blaine.
Blaine Street. If you can, you want to say the name of it?
And this, well, you can.
It doesn't exist anymore, but it was called the Obec.
The Obec.
Obec.
And this kid is just beating the ever-loving fuck out of these drums and just crazy. Nothing was on beat. None of his fills lined up with nothing. He literally was playing like Animal from the Muppets. Wasn't going with the music. I'm like laughing my ass off like this fucking kid. Then towards the end of the one song that I'm talking about, he starts knocking all of his shit over.
Knocked him all over.
Just knocked his cymbal over, pushed another cymbal over, knocked his own hi-hats down, and pushed over his floor tom, and it wasn't their last song.
No.
So when they got done with the song, he had to get up.
He's like, oh, shit. Okay. All right.
No, it wasn't oh, shit. It just was like, fuck it. I felt like knocking my shit over on that song. Then he had to get up and set his whole drum set back up.
He knocked everything down, all of it down.
It wasn't like they got an encore.
No.
It was not their last song.
It was just not their last song.
They played like 4 more after that.
I think everybody did like 6 or 8 songs or something. Like it was
it wasn't like, oh, they were great and everyone demanded an encore and he was like, oh shit, I got to set my drums back up. It was not their last song, like not even maybe. It was like their second song.
Right.
And they had like 4 or 5 to play. So he gets up and he had to set all of his shit back up in front of the whole crowd. Had to set this up, and his boom on his cymbal was all fucked up. He had to fix that and then fix that. The band's just standing there waiting on him to put his shit back together. And then he's just like, what the started fucking going for it again. That was the best fucking thing I had ever seen.
It was the best and the worst at the same time.
The worst.
Because there was no semblance of a good drummer there. Like there was
no. He was
no, but
he was out of his mind.
And then there were 10 acts that night because we went there to see a friend of ours.
Yeah,
and her band. Anyway. But there were like 10 acts that night. And this person was like, this band that you're talking about was like maybe 3rd or 4th. And so it was kind of like a little showcase or whatever, but it was mostly like punk. You could call it punk.
It was rock. R-A-W-K.
No, it was, yeah, it was that way. And
that's my boomer way of describing it.
And so the rest of the night, they were like 3rd out of 10. And this kid put on his backpack. I don't know what was in his backpack, but he had a backpack on the rest of the night and was totally jamming to every band that played. He was just into it. Like, oh, yeah.
He loved music more than anyone I've ever met.
It was fantastic because of that.
Oh my God.
This kid, I don't even know what their band name was. I have no idea.
I'll never forget him. Tune in live every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central.
On the Unsung Screamers Facebook page, YouTube channel, and Twitter.
And check out our Unsung Screamers podcast.
Wherever you get your podcasts.
Ah!